Welcome to a daily podcast. This is a quiet space for simple thoughts, honest conversations, and ideas worth slowing down for. Wherever you are right now, maybe on your way to work, maybe resting at the end of a long day, I'm glad you're here. Take a breath, get comfortable, and let's spend the next few minutes together. Before we begin, let me ask you something. If your job disappeared tomorrow, not because you failed, but because a machine learned to do it faster, what would still make you valuable? We're living in a moment where work is no longer tied to an office, a country, or even a fixed role. Some people now work from their bedroom, others from a cafe, and some from the other side of the world. And quietly, without asking for permission. The meaning of work is being rewritten. What we're seeing today isn't a temporary trend. It's not just about working from home, or using new tools, or chasing a more flexible lifestyle. It's something deeper. Artificial intelligence is changing how work is done. Remote work is changing where it happens. And digital nomads are changing what a working life can look like. Together, they're shaping a new reality. One where work, identity, and freedom are being redefined. This is the future of work AI, remote work, and the rise of digital nomads. Part 1, The Work Revolution Introduction. You've probably seen this image somewhere before. A person sitting with a laptop in a small cafe. Behind them the sound of waves, or the warm sunlight of a distant city. No fixed office, no time clock, no clear end of the workday. And naturally, a question appears. When work is no longer tied to a specific place, what does going to work really mean? Just a few years ago, this still felt like a luxury or a dream. But after the pandemic, remote work, freelancing, and digital nomadism are no longer on the sidelines. Studies show a sharp rise in remote workers and contract-based jobs worldwide. The point isn't the numbers themselves, but what they represent. A fundamental shift in how labor is organized. This change isn't loud, but it's deep. It reshapes how we structure our lives, how we learn new skills, and how we define our own value. As AI, technology, and globalization accelerate together, work becomes less of a place we go to, and more of a flexible element within a constantly moving life. Part 2, AI and the redefinition of work. AI entered the workforce quietly, without knocking. Content writing, customer support, data entry, even design tasks that once required hours of human effort can now be done in seconds. This creates a very real fear. Are we being replaced? Or are we simply being forced to evolve? Looking deeper, AI isn't removing work as much as it is transforming it. Repetitive tasks are increasingly automated, while what remains for humans is thinking, creativity, connection, and judgment. Work doesn't disappear, it shifts. From doing the task to guiding the process. For some, AI feels like a competitor. For others, it's a co-pilot. Developers use it to debug faster. Designers use it to explore ideas. Marketers use it to analyze data. The real issue isn't the tool itself, but how we rely on it. Overdependence can erode core skills and flatten creative thinking. Even the idea of productivity is changing. In the past, doing more was often seen as doing better. Now, the focus is shifting toward thinking smarter. We hear more about augmented intelligence, where human insight and machine capability enhance each other, rather than compete. Part 3. Remote work, freedom, and its limits. Remote work offers a very real sense of freedom. No daily commute, no fixed location, and access to opportunities across borders. For many people, it opens doors that once felt unreachable, both professionally and personally. But freedom always has another side. When physical boundaries disappear, mental boundaries often fade as well. The laptop is always nearby. Emails can arrive at any hour. Many remote workers don't work less, they work more. Quietly, and sometimes to the point of exhaustion. Another challenge is loneliness. No office hallway conversations. No spontaneous interactions. No easy sense of belonging. In remote environments, it's easy to feel invisible if you don't actively speak up. Company culture, once built through daily micro-interactions, becomes fragile. That's why many organizations are moving toward hybrid models. Virtual first, but with physical hubs for periodic connection. Not for control, but for human connection. Perhaps the future isn't about choosing remote or on-site, but about designing work experiences that balance flexibility with closeness. Part 4 for the freelancer economy. The freelancer economy has grown rapidly alongside digital platforms. Fiverr, Upwork, and similar marketplaces allow millions to access global work. The appeal is clear. Flexible schedules, diverse projects, and independence from a single employer. Yet behind that freedom lies a new kind of instability. No long-term benefits, no guaranteed healthcare, income that fluctuates month to month. Freelancers don't just do the work. They market themselves, manage finances, handle clients, and compete in a global market where prices are constantly pushed down. In this context, the idea of the micro-entrepreneur emerges. Each freelancer operates like a small business. They build personal brands, streamline workflows, and use AI to automate non-essential tasks. Work becomes not a role, but a personal ecosystem. Part 5: Digital Nomad Life, a borderless existence. Digital nomads represent the most visible image of the future of work. Working while living, living while moving. A month in Bali, a few weeks in Lisbon, then somewhere else. Work follows you everywhere, as long as the internet is stable and the laptop has power. From this lifestyle, new communities emerge. Nomad cafes, co-working spaces filled with different nationalities, and temporary cities where no one plans to stay forever. These places may be early sketches of future cities. Global, flexible, and no longer tied to nationality. But a borderless life raises very practical questions. Visas, taxes, healthcare, and belonging. When you don't stay anywhere long enough, home becomes an abstract idea. For many nomads, freedom comes with loneliness, and constant movement leaves little space to truly rest. Humans still need stability. When everything is flexible, we must create our own anchors, routines, communities, or purposes deep enough to keep us grounded amid constant motion. Part 6: Conclusion: The New Human Contract. We may be entering a new contract between humans and work. One where technology is not just a tool, but a partner. Where freedom comes with responsibility, and flexibility must be balanced with sustainability. There is no longer a single path that fits everyone. In this future, the most valuable skills may not belong to a specific profession, but to lifelong learning, self-management, and cross-cultural collaboration. Work becomes a journey of growth, rather than a fixed position. And perhaps the most important question is not what AI can do, or where we will work, but this: when work is no longer defined by place or by time, what will truly define human value in the society of the future? As we come to the end of this episode, thank you for spending this time with me. If something you heard today stayed with you, or made you pause and think for a moment, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. This podcast isn't about having all the answers, but about asking better questions together. Until next time, take care, and keep moving forward at your own pace.